Okay, it's Meg. I was gonna do one of my videos that I've been doing lately where I read cards and stuff like that, but and then like show new decks and all of that stuff. But I think I just want to do like an at present, I guess, which just sort of describes what I've been doing and is like for everyone and not just some people kind of thing. Just because I don't know if I feel like reading just yet, and I kind of want to talk about books. Okay, so excuse me, I will talk about books first. Some books that I've read or like DNF'd recently are these books. So I was reading this book, I think I mentioned this book in a different video, Sassafras, Cypress, and Indigo. I didn't finish it, but I really want to at some point. It's just like, I don't know. It would have been a good summer read for sure. It's like really playful and stuff like that, but I just didn't. I ended up getting like some other books and like wanting to read those instead, and it's like there's like some parts of this book that were just so like stirring, I guess, in like it's a book about I don't know, there's witchcraft in it. You know what I mean? Like when you read a book and you're like, okay, like I'm really inspired by this, or I'm really like, this is really special, but like, so I like don't want to read it right now. You know, like it's making, like it made me want things, and I'm not in a doing season. I'm busy. so I didn't finish it, but I will at some point. I feel like maybe it's more of a plan, like maybe like a winter planning thing, or like a next summer sort of thing, when like a spring. The summer's so overwhelming, isn't it? Like everything's so intense, and this summer has been particularly difficult for me. So yeah. Anyway, I hope does that make sense? But yeah, it's been really, it's a good one, but I didn't finish it. And what else? There's like so many things I want to talk about. Another book that I didn't finish, but I'm not done with it. This is a book that I take, how do I describe this book? This book is really boring. It's just like, it's good and fun and nice in this way, where it's like this guy is just like talking about like growing rice or like growing plants, and like not Zen and the Art of Farming. It's a manifesto about farming, eating, and the limits of human knowledge. He's just like, I just like throw things out there and let it do its thing, you know? And it's like, but it's like kind of repetitive in that way, and it's kind of boring. And so like when I'm feeling stressed out and feeling like I want to read something that's nonfiction and it's not heady or like too like academic, which I'm actually so done with academic books. What was the book? Oh, I got Arrow's The Bittersweet by Anne Carson, finally. I've wanted that book for so long. I love Anne Carson. I love her like lyrical style, and I thought that this would be like that, but it ended up being like, the few essays that I read, or the few parts of the essay, were really academic, and I was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't want to read this right now. This is not what I want. Like, if I'm gonna read something that's like nonfiction, I want it to be more like pop psychology, or like just like something that's really easy to read. Hold on, there's a little footsteps. Tiny little footsteps. But this one's really, like I said, it's like boring. It's like not very academic. It's like, it's really nice. And so this is the book throughout the summer that like I've had a really tough summer, and whenever I was like going to an appointment, going to the doctor, I would have this in my bag to like read, or like I'm like I really want to read, but I, you know, I don't know. I just didn't want to be like invested in a story or have any sort of like emotional thing, though parts of it were emotional in a way. So this is like it still has a role to play and a task to do. Okay, this is a book that I read, Hard Rain Falling by Don Carpenter. I don't know. There's this thing. I kept reading things about pool halls, and then I was like, and then like a few weeks later, I was like, I want to open a pool hall, and then I was like, you're being influenced. I don't know. This was like, it kind of reminded me of like Fat City, or sort of like these West Coast. This is Pacific Northwest though, but like West Coast. What's it called? Like sports, or like, I don't know. It just reminded me of Fat City, I guess, which I liked a lot. It was like, that one was more like, well, it was in Stockton, California, so it was like dusty instead of like rainy, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think I would really recommend it, but that's a book. Here's another book that I read. It's The Mountain Poems of Stonehouse. Just good Zen poetry, you know? Very nice, very fun. Here's a book that I didn't read. Prairie Dresses Art, Other. So I got this. I literally read one thing of it, and I was like, this is really annoying. Actually, what is it even about? Here, it's like luminous. From the strikingly smart and daringly feminist author of Margaret the First and Sprawl comes a prose collection like no other, where different styles of writing and different spaces of experience create a collage of the depths and strangeness of contemporary life. It was just like this book reminded me of like a book talker who's like not like other girls or something, like would like this book, or like I don't know, that sounds so mean. It is mean. I don't know, it just wasn't for me. It was just like a little try hard and a little not interesting to me. Like I was just like, okay, like like sort of being different for the sake of being different, and like didn't really have anything. I really didn't read that much of it though. Maybe it is interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll read it someday. Has anyone else read it and liked it? Let me know. Because if someone that I trust says like, no, wait, chill, it's good, I'll read it. But I don't know. I guess I just have like high expectations of that like genre because of like my experiences with it, I guess, which also sounds annoying. And yeah, anyway, being annoying. Which reminds me, there was another book. So Atessa Moshfegh, I don't know how to say her last name. She did My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I really wanted to read some short stories, so I picked up her short story collection. I don't know where it is right now because I absolutely DNF'd it because I don't know, man. Like, I didn't really like My Year of Rest and Relaxation. It was so, I don't know. I had homebound agoraphobia for a year and like struggled with that. And it was just like, okay, like this like really privileged like woman like getting prescribed medication so she can like sleep and stay inside for a year. And I was like, well, but then like learning nothing and just like being like, I don't know, kind of like a psycho. I didn't like it. I was just like, all right, whatever. I did that. Like, been there, done that. And so, but I had heard that her short stories were really, really good. So I actually picked it up and then was like searching in a group that I'm in for like short story suggestions, and everyone had mentioned it, and I was like, okay, cool. I just ordered the used copy of this. And then I read like the first several short stories, and it was just like, I don't know. It was so like obnoxious and like edgy. But then I looked and saw that it was written in 2012, and I was like, in 2012 this probably would have been so cool, like so sick, amazing. But in 2025 it's just like, yeah, all right. I don't know, it's just a little burned out on that, you know what I mean? Like, not really interested. So another book that I read is the summer book. This was really good. I really like this book. When I read this, I was like, I'm a reader again. I love reading. I'm a reader. It was beautiful. It's about a little girl and her grandma, and they live on this island, and it like describes the island, and the drama in it is none, very little. There's nothing, you know, it's like a storm. The drama is a storm, but no one's really worried because they're used to it because they live on this island. Or like the little girl's relationship with a cat is the drama, you know, as opposed to like the short stories that I was reading, which were like some incel type dude like going to an internet cafe and like being in love with the manager. Like, I don't know, just like we, you know, I'm like, okay, like, no, this was nice. I liked it a lot. And this was after I read this. So the format of this is more like short stories, but all the same characters and setting. But there was no like single narrative. Really, really, really good. I really liked it so much. And she has a bunch of other, I picked up another short story collection by the same author who did the Moomin comics. Okay, so that's those. And then I'm reading this book right now. I just finished the first. It's Valentino and Sagittarius by Natalia Ginsburg. Valentino, I just finished that. Well, I read it in like, you know, it's a novella. There are 2 novellas. So I read that one in a day, the other day. So I'm gonna read the next one. I really liked it. It was just chill, slice of life, fun, kind of emotional, weird family stuff. It was cool. And I think that's it for books. Oh, I have been using this 111 Oracle spreads for every day a lot for tarot club stuff, and I guess I really want to read a tarot book, but I have a few. I think I mentioned them in previous like videos, like tarot time videos, and I just like haven't felt like, sometimes I don't know, I just don't like, I don't know what I want in a tarot book, but I don't want a bunch of questions. Like, I don't want exercises or questions or like things like that right now. I just want to like read about it. I want to read someone's like philosophy or theory, or like the poetry they feel because of tarot, like Castle of Cross Destinies or like something like that. Probably one of the best books ever. Okay, so I curated a bed box of books of decks to keep next to my bed for when I want to do tarot in bed. And I'm just going to show the decks that I've ended up using the most from that, which are these ones. I had also made a video of like sweaty hand decks for the summer, which I don't think I ended up putting up at all. Which doesn't mean I won't at some point, but this was like the big winner for that one. It's the Apparition Tarot, and it's really thick. Mine's trimmed. I think I've mentioned this like a million times, where like it says like 9 of Swords and it's spelt out, but then there was like a 9 at the top, and it bothered me so much because I was just like, it's just so redundant. I was unnecessarily annoyed by that. So just the top and the bottom are trimmed, and then the gilding is still on the side. It's ridiculous. But it's how it has maintained its shape and not become like an absolutely like horrendous trim job. like every other trim job I've ever done. So I've been using this one a lot. And for oracle decks, I've been obsessed with When Olga Speaks. Of course. So you can hear a toddler making weird noises. Anyway, I feel like I've also used the Bad Girl Oracle with this one too. And perhaps something else that I can't recall. I have to consult the photos because these are ones that I've been using like in my bed and not in like tarot time videos. And I'll show you the decks that I've been using in those videos predominantly. Not all of them, because I'm absolutely having to file bankruptcy and like showing everything that I've been using like the whole summer, or since I have shown anyone that don't watch the other videos like anything at all. So it's just sort of like a vague recap, I guess. And then another combo is Thea's Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. I've been using the book too, which has been fun. And I've been using it with When Olga Speaks, Long Way Home, which I didn't grab, which I should grab, and These Blue Bones. My son's trying to learn how to talk. I'm going to put this one away because I showed it with the other deck. I'll just show these two. The thing with this deck and Long Way Home is the Long Way Home, they're very intense, actually. Like When Olga Speaks is definitely way more like, I want to say versatile, but that's not necessarily the case, that these ones aren't. But it's not even less intense. I don't know. Maybe those are the words. So anyway, this is another combination along with Long Way Home and When Olga Speaks. Just been doing a bunch of these cards and then like one of each of those other ones sort of nearby. I love it. I love it so much. I love these decks. My Blue Bones is different than the one that's available. But I will be getting that one at some point also. And also my Long Way Home is too. And I'll also be getting that one as well. I just have not yet. Okay, so those are like bed decks that I've been using. And for tarot time stuff, I've been using the Cups of Contemplation. And what I've been doing is drawing a card from this and then sort of discussing sort of like instead of journaling about it, I just talk about it. And then I will draw cards to sort of elaborate on that or to gain a new perspective on the question. And I keep getting some of like really the same ones like over and over. And this is like maybe the last month and a half I've sort of found the groove of this. I was really struggling to like figure out what I wanted like my daily draw stuff to like look like. And it's not daily. It's like maybe 3 times a week that I've been doing this, if that. This week it hasn't been because I've been really unwell, and also what's it called? Oh, I had to like clean this one area, which meant just everything got pushed into a different area, which was this zone, and it's just been like really stressful. So I'll use one of those, and then I've been using the Dang Olson Dream Tarot with the Terra Incognita, Earthbound, and Nature Speaks. The Earthbound kind of came in later, and I was really stoked about it because it's like I've had that deck for so long and I haven't really been using it in probably like years, I guess. And then this one I've had for a really long time also, and also have not been using it. This is the first time. But it's actually, I'm really enjoying it. I guess there was enough space to kind of do this, huh? Yeah, so sorry, there's like a shadow, there's like a wall of decks here. Just like other like combinations that I have used sometimes or really enjoy or want to explore more or something like that. But this has been like the main sort of this. I keep getting this card. I don't know, it's just been really nice. So I'll do 3 of these and then 1 each of these just sort of around it. And it feels good, feels correct. And I think that it's been really hard for me to move on from this combination, and I do want to move on from this combination. And I think part of the reason is because I'm just like really stoked about this, like using these decks. And I think I definitely did a video where I was trying to pair another deck, and it paired really well with this. Anyway, and then this is just Nature Speak Oracle is like my favorite oracle right now, and it just goes so well with everything and just like makes me, it's something I enjoy. Another at present sort of mention, I guess, is I've been getting, for some time now, lots of perfume samples and trying them out. And the last sample selection was sort of a dud. I ended up getting like too many of like a certain type of scent. And then already, well, except for one, oh my God. White Rice by Denang. So beautiful, amazing. It smells like adults smell when you're a child. It's incredible. I'm not really going to talk about that. I do like this sort of exploring one at a time in like the tarot time video, but I really only do that if I'm doing it at night. The first time I did it was a mistake because that perfume ended up being so strong. But this time, a lot of these smell really good. And so I'm excited to go through those whenever I get a chance and share those with everyone. And then the last thing I'll talk about, I got some new decks from a friend. And I wanted to, I don't know, I'm just really excited. Okay, I'm really excited about this deck. This deck's been out for a really long time and I never had any interest in it whatsoever. This is the Star Seed edition of the Dream Vision Tarot. And it was crazy because they were getting rid of decks and I was like, I just put this in order. It's the tiny version. It's so cute. They were getting rid of this one because they ended up finding the larger version. And I was actually having the other deck that this person made was like in my dream. It had like a dream about it or something. It was in a dream with other decks too. But then I was like, do I need it? And then I was looking and I was like, do I need this one? But when I got this in the mail the other day, I was really excited to try it with this other deck that another friend sent me a few weeks ago. So delightful. You know what? Excuse me, I'm so sorry, I'm so burpy. Do you know what it might be? This deck kind of looks like like on a pregnancy app when it like shows you like a really like creepy and surreal like illustration of like what your baby probably looks like in the womb. It kind of looks like this. Like it's like, you know, I feel like that's... Anyway, let's see. So this is also a newer deck to me, and I just want to see if this like looks fun and nice. This deck is still in print. It's the, what is this called? Liquid Crystal. And this is like a vintage copy. So I don't know what the new one's like in terms of shuffling, etc. But I just put it in order. It's like alphabetical order. Oh, one of the cards is a little funky. Okay. Do I like this? It would probably be, I probably wouldn't do that. I really like doing just like 3 cards and then a card. That's what I'm into. I don't know. Anyway, maybe that one's not correct. Maybe that's not the one. She's not the one. But we'll see. I'm really excited about this little guy. I don't know, it's so crazy because like when this deck came out, I was like, okay. But I really do think that it's because it kind of looks like weird amniotic baby. Alien, like the Matrix. Like pretty, right? Also the size of it. It's just... Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? Right? Don't you think? Maybe. I'll just have to consult the experts about what to pair with this. Or go on my roommate's Instagram and take screenshots, which is what I've been doing when I'm like, I need some pairing inspo. Because every time I download Instagram, I'll just be on it for like 2 hours and just like be so stressed out and upset afterwards. Just like, oh, no matter what I'm seeing, it's just a bad time. Anyway, I guess that's it. What do you pair with this if you have this? And if they make a mini version of the Egyptian one, I'm on it. I don't know. I probably won't. But that was the one that was like in my dream. But I just think it's funny that this is like the Dream Vision Tarot. it's summer and it's not quite over, obviously, but it feels like it feels close to the end, which feels good. Feels like it'll be over soon enough, and I can't wait. Okay, bye.